Well, I tell people place to start, is to eat a big salad once a day. Because raw vegetables have been shown in more than 200 studies to have the strongest link with cancer. Actually, green vegetables have shown to be the most powerful foods to reduce heart disease risk. Green vegetables have shown the highest response to reduce dementia risk later in life. Green vegetables have shown the highest risk to reduce cancer risk. Look at almost any disease, green vegetables show the most power to reverse them, especially raw green vegetables or lightly cooked when you don't overcook them. So we're talking about, my mantra is to go home, get an index card and write on your refrigerator the marker, the salad is the main dish, and have one big salad at least once a day as the main dish in one of your meals. And cut a whole head of lettuce in there, a whole box, and throw in some watercress or arugula chopped finely on top, put some of the onion on top, and then make a healthy salad dressing for it. Not an oil and salt-based dressing, but a dressing that includes nuts and seeds, a whole source of whole food fats. We're talking here about tomato sauce with almonds and sunflower seeds, with some balsamic vinegar or fig vinegar mixed together, or maybe some roasted garlic, maybe an orange blended with some toasted sesame seeds and some cashews and a squeeze of lemon and maybe some blood orange vinegar. We're talking about making delicious dressings that are healthy for the salad. And you make that dressing on on the weekend and maybe another different dressing on Wednesday night. You make the weekend dressing, eat for 3 nights, and then make a different dressing on Wednesday night and have that for 3 nights. The point I'm making is that you don't have to spend the whole time cooking all night long, and it's easy to throw a salad together in 5 minutes. The dressing's already made, a healthy dressing, you put it on there. And on the weekend, make a giant pot of vegetable bean stew or soup or chili. So you get a bean dish with mushrooms and onions in there. Maybe it's a tomato base, maybe it's lentils in there, maybe it's, whatever it is. You make this big pot of soup. What I do in my house, I make this big pot of soup and we put it in the top shelf of the refrigerator hot. We eat it that night and then the next day it's cool. When it's cold the next morning, we take it out and I put it out into like 12 different plastic containers so I can take the container to work with me. So now I have the big salad and the bowl of soup and a piece of fruit I grab for work every day and my lunch is done. Boom, put it in a bag or a carrier, just boom, boom, boom. Salad, the soup or the chili, or the bean stew and the piece of fruit. My lunch is done. And lunch is the most important meal of the day. This is not hard to do. Breakfast is easy anyway. What do people have? Like oatmeal or steel-cut oats with some flax seeds and berries, or a drink or a green smoothie. And then when you have your big lunch, you want your biggest meal to be your lunch anyway. It's healthiest to eat a lighter dinner and to eat a little earlier and lighter dinner anyway. Mostly have like a cooked vegetable wok or something with a Thai peanut sauce or, But the point I'm making here is if you just get breakfast and lunch right, that's more than 2/3 of it. It's more than 2/3, because lunch is supposed to be your biggest meal and dinner is supposed to be your light meal anyway. Can you imagine the transformation that would occur to America if they just made the salad and soup and just had a healthy breakfast? Just made 2 meals? American society would transform themselves. It's a secret, but it's so easy to do. This is not that complicated or hard to do. That's not going to take all your time. There's some effort. Like just driving to a fast food restaurant, pulling up a bag of chips or a bag of cookies. But anything in life that gives you tremendous reward and tremendous benefits has some effort associated with it. And you don't feel good about what you're doing if you didn't have to apply yourself. You have to apply yourself here. You have to learn. You have to know the why. You have to become the nutritional expert, and you have to be able to articulate why you're doing this to other people. You have to and then you're going to be able to stick with it. Only when you become the expert and you can adequately articulate why you're doing this to other people. And then you do it, and your tastes change. Not right away, it takes months, but your taste gets stronger, your smell gets stronger. So many people, even their eyesight improves. And they start to enjoy the flavors of natural foods. They don't need the sugary junk anymore. Because you know why? The banana ice cream made with a frozen banana whipped with a little walnuts or a little bit of macadamia nuts with a teaspoon of real vanilla bean powder whipped together is sweet enough. It didn't need any sweetener in it. The banana made it sweet enough. Your taste for sweet gets stronger when you're away from the sweets. Your taste for salt gets stronger when you're away from the salt. Now lettuce and a cashew nut, an avocado, and a strawberry has flavor. Plenty of flavor. A tomato has a lot of flavor in it. For most Americans, their taste buds are so deadened from their highly seasoned, sugared, salted, that these foods, strawberries and avocados and cashew nuts and lettuce, has no taste. They got to smother it with. It's like the lettuce becomes a holder for a fattening salad dressing. They'll take 75 calories of lettuce in a bowl or 50 calories of raw vegetables, and they'll throw on 4 tablespoons of an oil-based dressing with 120 calories a tablespoon. That's 500 calories of dressing on 50 calories of vegetables. I say, forget the vegetables then. Just drink the dressing straight from the bottle. It's nuts. The dressing has to be healthy. But I've spent my career developing incredibly delicious recipes that makes a nutritarian diet more tasty and more favorable than the conventional American diet. In that study I mentioned earlier, published in 2012 issue of Nutrition Journal, where we tested those 750 people, we found that after a 6-month period, people enjoyed this nutritarian diet style more than the prior diet, as much or more than the prior diet they did. And they all reported their tastes actually got stronger. And they didn't feel that way at the beginning, of course. It took some time. At the beginning, you got to do it whether you like it or not. You got to learn the recipes, know why you're doing it, and the more you eat something, the more you develop a taste for it. And as your taste gets stronger, and as time goes by, this becomes the way you prefer to eat. So for me, for example, I eat the foods I enjoy eating the most. But the foods I enjoy eating the most happen to be the foods that are really good for me. The goal is to train you, and I want to help train you so you will enjoy this diet more than any other way you could be eating. But it just also happens to be the diet you enjoy the most, happens to be the diet style that's the most protective and most lifespan promoting, the most anti-aging diet of any way you can eat. So can you marry that together? And the answer is yes. That's the whole point of this. That's why this becomes a no-brainer, and you have to be insane to eat conventionally. You have to be insane. And you know what? If you eat conventionally, it makes you insane. You know, I have this joke in my book. It says, you have to be crazy to eat fast food. And then the guy says, well, I qualify because I'm crazy. I'm insane. You know, he has this guy with a straitjacket with his hair sticking out. You know, they also say, you know, one shark says to the other, why don't we eat humans anymore? The big shark says to the baby shark, and the mother says, can't eat humans, they're too polluted. Too much mercury and other toxins and poisons in them. We've poisoned ourselves to the point of, you know, where it's damaging our DNA. And the fast food genocide means that we're seeing more autism, more birth defects, and more childhood cancer, and more learning disabilities in our offspring as a result of foods that we're eating. And that's growing at a more rapid rate, and it's being magnified into future generations. We're destroying the genetic structure of our future of the human species with these franken foods, not just your own health.